The TKM Clubman class is up next. I'm talking to last year's winner and, interestingly, the sponsor of the class for Grand Prix models. It's Andre Marrow. Now, you won it last year. Does that mean if you win it this year, you not only get the SP plate on your cart for all the club meetings, but you win your own prize? Is that how it works?
I think if I win it again, they'll send me home and ask me not to come back again. Some have said sponsoring your own class and then going and winning it, that's really unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it? But tell us a little bit about your business, because it's quite an interesting business, Grand Prix models. How long has that been going?
The business was started by my parents-in-law 42 years ago. We've been selling handmade model cars around the world now for all that time. We've got customers as far away as Russia and Australia, and collectors of model cars as wide as the whole Le Mans grid, Formula One, to just a unique piece for their own collection.
Yeah, they're beautiful things, there's no doubt. I've got some of them. Let's talk about the TKM Clubman class. Just explain how the Clubman class differs from what we might see in TKM Extreme, maybe at the Super 1 British Karting Championship level. Just explain the difference between something like that and then the Clubman, which has been brought in to keep costs down, I think.
It's quite simple, really. We run a budget class, a class for drivers who maybe, I describe Clubman as my version of golf. I come out once a month. I'm lucky to be very local to Shenington, but this is a budget class. We only use second-hand tyres, for instance, which come out of Super 1, for instance. The equipment is older, and so therefore cheaper to purchase. And we try and keep quite a strict control, really, on people's pockets. You know, if you go to Super 1, you know, that's a big budget, highly competitive arena of karting. You know,
and this is still competitive, though, isn't it? I mean, you're I think. I don't want to embarrass you, but you're 52, so you're getting on a little bit. Yeah. Still younger than me, but at 52, you're racing against 16-year-old kids, but obviously still highly competitive. So anybody else thinking, you know, well, it's all passed me by, that might do corporate events, there's still classes for people at the right sort of budget, isn't there?
There definitely is. You know, this would be, I think, a quite good step up if you were coming out of, say, Club 100 or any of the other corporate karting classes. You know, it doesn't take a massive amount of mechanical knowledge. The karts remain very simple. There's only so much we can do with them anyway. Fixed gearing, that kind of thing. And that's what attracted me to it. I'd done several years in Rotax. I didn't need all the hassle that went with it, if you like. And this was a perfect solution.
Well, if Andre Marrow retains the SP plate, they'll be making a model of him next. Sam Baker, Christian Chater, Chris Yates, Matt Cardwell, Medlock, Sander, Kaiser, Hulaki, Herbert and Summers in the top 10. Then we move further down. Marrow is going to be starting from P14 alongside Clive Carpenter, so he's got a lot of work to do, but if anybody can, Marrow can. So here we go, up to the first corner for the first time, and straight away the battle is on as they go through Park into Cafe. And still at the front, Sam Baker, and it's relatively clean. One just spits out to the side, gets going again fairly quickly as we go down to the hairpin for the first time. Nice move here in the TKM Clubmans as we get ourselves through the hairpin. Is everybody going to get through neatly? Just about, but it was a little bit tight. Baker is your leader, though, still in the 38. Looking very clean out in front, Sam Baker, and running a beautiful start to this race on the Tony Kart TKM.
Baker, Chater, Cardwell and Yates, top four as they come around Wilkins for the first time of asking. Nobody making a move in Wilkins. Well, somebody's trying to make a move there but can't get it done. So they go across the line then. It is Baker that leads it from Chater, Cardwell, Yates. Will Halaki is up to 5th place. Sunders there's in 6th. Craig Summers and Jonathan Herbert have made up places. James Kaiser's lost places, and Jed Hinks is up into the top 10.
Our race leader looked like he was defending there a little bit. Sam Baker, he pulled to the inside line to stop Chater coming through. This is only lap 2 of the final. You don't want to be defending too early on, otherwise you'll be mincemeat the rest of the race. But Baker is your leader. Chater in 2nd from Cardwell. He's trying to close in on the all-black machine. Yates in 4th, then Hulaki, Sander, Summers, Herbert, Kaiser and Hicks. Andre Marrow Marrow, by the way, the SP plate, at the end of the last lap had made his way through to 11th position. I think he's still making up places. As up the inside, Yates is going for Matt Cardwell, makes the place up in a 3rd position. Good move. Marrow, by the way, up to 9th now.
So Marrow's made up 5 places, but he's got a lot of places to make up if he's going to hold on to that SP plate for another year. A plate that he won last year in a dramatic last lap, I seem to remember.
So here's the battle further back. This is Will Halaki and Craig Summers, with Suxander having already got through into 5th position. Suxander doing a good job there behind Matt Cardwell. Andre Marrow now up into 8th place in front of James Kaiser, who both of which have got past John Herbert on that last lap. Find out more about racing on the Shenington circuit, one of the fastest in the country, sheningtonkrc.co.uk, one of the most incredible venues for British karting. It's an old school circuit that still has those flashes of brilliance from days of yore.
Andrew Marrow there going through the picture all on his lonesome. There he is on the SP plate. Oh, we've got 2 coming together, 23 and the 47, Jake.
Jed Hicks and Oliver Buskell, I'm afraid, have made contact. I don't know if they came together or whether they've both gone off at the same time, one spinning and then the other taking avoiding action. We didn't see that, but both drivers, Jed Hicks and Oliver Buskell, appear to be out of the action. Andre Marrow is closing up on the 7-kart battle in front of him in 8th position now. Summers is ahead of him, then Hulaki, then Sander, Cardwell, Yates, Chater and Baker. That's the calibre of drivers he's got to pass if he wants to retain the SP plate. He's got so much hard work to do, but he is making up the time. Up the inside, that is Sander going for the inside of Cardwell, and Yates, having worked his way up in a 2nd position, Sander has gone through up into 4th place. So it's Baker, Yates, Chater, Sander, Cardwell and Halaki.
Baker's led this one from the start. To lead it from start to finish takes some doing. 29 making a move. That's Will Halaki. Looks like he's moved back on Suxander.
No, that's Cardwell he's got through. So
yes, you're right.
Sander's already up the road. He's made the move, and now Halaki's made the move. So Cardwell down to 6th position, in real danger of losing the place again to Craig Summers. And if he loses that, well, the next target is Andre Marrow. Is up the inside. Banzai move there from Chater to get back past Chris Yates into Wilkins. Very nicely done, of course, but the problem there is that now Sam Baker is getting away scot-free in the lead of this race. So Yates now down to 3rd position once again. Still good battles all the way through. Baker, Chater, Yates, Sander, Hulaki, Cardwell, Summers, and the reigning champion of this plate, the SP plate, Andre Marrow, from James Kaiser and John Herbert. Up the inside, there goes Summers, makes the move. So Craig Summers gets past Matt Cardwell, who was in 3rd position at one point, don't forget. He's now all the way back to 7th position, but crucially in this race, Baker has got himself some space between himself and Chater.
But these 6 karts here pretty much, well, not quite in a train, but if they work together, they'll catch the leader, no doubt about it. But if these 2 keep battling, that will help Sam Baker out no end.
But it'll help Baker to win, but what it'll also do is it'll help Marrow to close them. Look, he's catching them big style in the blue and black suit as he charges forward. Great scrap this for 9th position. Kaiser, Herbert, Weinel Mayo, Medlock all the way down to 12th position now from Robinson and Clive Carpenter. Here goes the 27 on the inside. Yates makes the move and tries to get through because they've got the 24 up the road, Christian Chater. But Yates just hangs on in front of Suxander, who tried to come through into 3rd position. The door is well and truly shut as Andre Marrow still closes up on these guys.
He's getting closer and closer. He fancies one of those Grand Prix models that he's given away. He fancies holding on to one of them at least. But still got a bit of work to do, but he's getting closer.
I tell you what, I fancy that Hamilton one with the Union Jack. It's going to set me back a bit, but it's a really nice model, and one of these drivers is going to walk away with it.
You're not getting a free one.
No, definitely.
I know you're trying to get a free one. You're not getting a free one.
You've got to work hard at these events to come away with some nice prizes. Baker in the lead, Chater 2nd, Yates is there in 3rd, or is he? He gets the move on the inside of Christian Chater. Chater gets him on the undercut. He's got a problem, is he? Yes, Chater's got a problem. His hand is in the air. His engine has just died. What a disaster for Christian Chater, battling for 2nd place. His race is over.
And that overtake there, that move, has helped out Sam Baker yet again. And we've got another 2 battling here for 2nd and 3rd place. So it's Chris Yates who's up to 2nd place. Suxander there is in 3rd.
And look, Andre Marrow is closing in on them again. He's taken even more time out of that 5-kart group. So it's Baker, Yates, Sander, Hulaki, Summers, Cardwell and Andre Marrow now in 7th position.
Marrow fancies the job here, doesn't he? In 7th, he's getting that much closer, but this is the battle that could determine the win, because if they keep battling and don't work together, the man up the road, Sam Baker's just going to have an easy day at the office.
Yeah, they're going to run out of time if they don't start assisting each other, as the 46 there of George Robinson makes a nice move on James Kaiser in the further back battle. This is a replay of, whoops, losing it on his own there. Who was that?
That was the 61 of Dale Halfpenny. I say Halfpenny, Jake. That's what you'd probably call him. I call him Dale Halfpenny, as the 29 makes a move.
Oh, and that was very,
well,
that was very nearly Craig Summers getting spun out there by Cardwell. But look, Andre Marrow is right on the back of them. He's done all that hard work, closed them up in 7th position, and we're on the penultimate lap. So Marrow has got himself up into, what is that now, 6th position. He's got past Summers, so Marrow is on the charge on the penultimate lap. He's up to P6, trying to take on Cardwell. Cardwell, meanwhile, is on the inside of the 29 himself of Will Halaki, but Marrow has a chance here. So Cardwell's through to 4th, signals to him, look, we're losing the top 3. Let's work together and catch them. Halaki now 5th, Marrow 6th, and Summers 7th. It's game on for the 4th position battle, but 2nd is still being debated between Chris Yates and Suxander. Marrow swarms out there behind the 29 of Will Halaki to try and come through. Halaki working on the back of Matt Cardwell to try and gain some time, but I'm not sure they are going to close up on the podium position. So now the battle goes on as Andre Marrow goes up the inside, takes the place off Will Halaki, does he? Oh no, Will Halaki sits himself back on the inside line. There's your leader, Sam Baker. Yates has got Suxander underneath him, and look at the squabble now as it's 4 wide nearly. That is amazing. Cardwell back on the inside of Andre Marrow. Marrow's going to try and get him on the undercut, but all of that allows Will Halaki through into 4th position. Sander goes for the inside of Yates and pitches him off. Oh dear, and that's going to promote the 29 to 3rd. So now Will Halaki is leading the charge for 3rd position. Chris Yates is out of it on the last lap here at the Shenington Superprix. It's going to be a victory though for Sam Baker. He will come through to take the victory. Amazing victory for him. Let's watch again. Sander, look, he just goes for the move. He thinks he's got it. The back end steps out as he slams on the brakes and he cannons into the side of Chris Yates. Surely he's going to get a penalty for that one. And indeed, Sander is docked, so it's Baker who wins from Will Halaki and Matt Cardwell in 3rd.